Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Let's Play Fallout 4. We've just entered the Diamond City through these giant gates over here. And they probably won't be closing them again.
Officer?
Head on inside.
Oh, thank you. So how do they open them?
Hey.
Hey.
Wow, they've got pretty cool armor here. This guy, I guess.
Hey, Sullivan.
So, you're that traitor Piper was talking about. Something tells me she's pulled the wool over my eyes again. Am I right?
I wasn't lying, I'm sorry. Well, we can persuade him. I wasn't lying is pretty difficult, though. I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to lie, officer. It all just happened so fast.
Oh, sure it did. Happened so fast you forgot all about basic human decency. Didn't your mother ever teach you to be honest? Hey, what's brought you into town anyway? Be good to note it down in the logs.
Well, we're failing a lot of these, speech skills things. Diamond City?
What's your take on Diamond City?
It's safe is what it is. Diamond City's got the best security anywhere. Like to think I have a hand in that. But I was asking about you. Come on. Just need to jot the reason you're here down in the logs.
For some reason, his outfit, this, dark environment, and his makeshift gun all remind me of Metro 2033. My son.
My boy Sean's been kidnapped. He's just a baby.
Oh, look, I'm sorry, but we're under orders not to get involved in missing person cases.
What?
There's
Why?
a lot of institute paranoia right now. We can't really risk fanning those flames with official action. What if people panic?
Help me.
I just need a little information, Danny. We can keep this off the record.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can at least point you somewhere. Unofficially. When you get inside the city, go to the back, around the market, to an alleyway. There's a couple of bright neon signs. Valentine's Detective Agency. No one likes going there, though, so buyer beware and all that.
Huh. Valentine's Detective Agency?
People don't like the detective agency?
Look, all I can tell you is that we hear a lot of complaints.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah, well, good luck. Stay out of trouble.
Alright. Would you give me a moment while I see if I can increase the volume of the voices? The answer is yes, but only ever so slightly.
Officer?
Got a question?
Well,
Should talk to Sullivan.
I take that back. It's quite a lot louder. We'll see about, cutscenes. Oh, wow. Holy crap, this place is pretty big. Wow. I thought it was gonna be just, sort of destroyed buildings, narrow alleyways and such. This is pretty cool. The hell is...
Hey, kiddo. How are the paper sales? Well, the presses are getting overloaded. That motor is going to go soon if we don't replace it.
If you don't...
You've been saying that for weeks and the old girl still keeps cranking. Stop worrying so much. I gotta head into the office. You start whistling if you see any angry politicians coming our way.
Why? Is something wrong? Piper,
As I'm
the latest news from the Commonwealth.
listening to Piper talk, it almost sounds like they mistakenly saved all of her voice files at a lower bitrate. It just sounds, lower quality than the rest. I mean, it's still fine, but public occurrences. Oh, this is the, okay, this is the paper stuff. Ooh, 3 pin, things, bobby pins. All Faiths Chapel. Diamond City Market. That's pretty awesome, actually. And look at how smooth it runs. I'm sorry, I can't. It's so cool. Right. Oh, great. Again, this bloody iBot over here. And it actually has some sort of propulsion. Look at it. There's like, you can see the air sort of waving, or whatever is the word. Anyway, let's go to the chapel first, see what we can see here. Probably not much. Can we take anything? No. It would all be stealing. Hello, guys.
You're here to pray. Sit down and be quiet.
Don't know if this praying thing works, but it couldn't hurt.
Couldn't hurt, or you could be doing something.
Good to see someone new in the chapel. Diamond City treating you all right?
Chapel?
This your chapel here, Pastor?
Well, that depends. I suppose I should say this chapel really belongs to God. But since I never get around to deciding which God in particular, I guess you could say it belongs to all of them. Now, if you ever need a quiet place to sit down and ponder the Almighty in whatever form strikes your fancy, we're always open.
What religion?
So, you don't practice any particular religion here?
As long as you believe in something, you're welcome.
Wait.
Diamond City is full of people trying to build a better life. I just don't want them to forget what makes them human while they're at it. So the chapel is open, 24 hours a day, to whatever form of worship you like, long as it's peaceful.
So he said, as long as you have a faith, you're welcome. What if you don't have a faith?
Like I'd waste my time with that.
Well, it's here for you all the same, if you ever come around.
Nope. Think we have better things to do. Alright, let's go. Diamond City. Alright. So let's go to public occurrences. I like the fact that it's public. Hello? Anyone here? Could I buy a public newspaper, please? Talk to Piper. That's pretty cool. Man, I love this. I missed Fallout 4 so much. Alright, I need to stop looking at things because I obviously can't take them.
Glad you dropped by. You holding up, Blue?
Blue?
Why are you calling me that?
'Cause you're a vault dweller? I know you're not wearing the blue jumpsuit right now, but the Pip-Boy and the fish out of water look... dead giveaways. So here's the deal. I want an interview. Your life story in print. I think it's time Diamond City had a little outside perspective on the Commonwealth. You do that, and I'll tell you what. I'll come with you. Watch your back while you get used to the world above ground.
Huh.
What kind of interview is this gonna be?
I ask you who you are, get your opinion on life out there, and maybe load up a few tough questions and keep it interesting. What do you say?
Interesting. Okay.
Alright, Piper. I'm in.
Good. Let's get down to business.
Oh, well, we're already
So,
doing...
I know you're from a vault. How would you describe your time on the inside?
Why is that important? I'm here now, aren't I?
I told you, this is a perspective piece. People in Diamond City need to know you're from a different world than them. So, what was the vault like?
Sarcastic?
It was just me and 1,000 guinea pigs. They turned carnivorous.
Okay, I guess we're gonna have to go with the satirical approach to this article. So, you've seen the Commonwealth, Diamond City. How does it compare to your old life?
How do you think?
Can you even compare the two? The world out here? It's not even close to the one I left.
Feeling a little homesick, are we? Can't say I blame you. Now, I already know you're looking for your son, Sean. Do you suspect the Institute was involved in his kidnapping?
I'm not really giving her good answers, am I? The Institute?
The Institute? Who were they?
That, Blue, is the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth. No one really knows who or where they are, but their handiwork is all over. Synths. Synthetic people. Sent from their hidden labs to do the Institute's dirty work. Sometimes they even replace a person with a synth double. A little covert agent no one would ever suspect. Now, not everything that goes wrong has the Institute behind it, but there's always a chance. That's why I'm asking.
Synths?
They make synthetic people?
That's right. There are two major kinds you have to watch out for. The first is an obvious fake. Skin looks like plastic, skeleton might even be showing. You see groups of them scouring the Commonwealth, killing people and scavenging what's left. I reported on University Point a while back. Whole town got cleaned out. The second type of synth is the real deal. With skin, blood, warm smiles, and guilty glances, just like a good old-fashioned human. So, do you think they could be involved? The Institute, or one of their agents?
I don't know why they would be.
I don't know.
No one ever does. That's what makes them so scary. For the last part of our interview, I'd like to do something different. I want you to make a statement to Diamond City directly. The threat of kidnapping is all but ignored in the Commonwealth. Everyone wants to pretend it just doesn't happen. What would you say to someone out there who's lost a loved one but might be too scared or too numb to the world to look for them?
One day at a time, don't lose hope, get revenge. How about do something about it?
No matter how much you want to give up, don't. You have to have hope that you'll see them again. Or at least, that you'll know the truth.
A strong note to end on, Blue. Thanks. That's everything. It's gonna take some time to put this all together, but I think your story is gonna give Diamond City plenty to talk about. Anyway, I agreed to come with you, right? Watch your back. Just say the word when you're ready. I can't wait to see where this story goes next.
Wow, so she's a companion. That's cool. I would actually like to take her with us, but, the synthetic truth. But, the thing is, we do have dog meat, and if we don't have dog meat, we'll lose the, perks. October 2020, 87, the synthetic truth. Noodles, we all eat them, we all love them, and Diamond City's Power Noodles has supplied the sustenance for the past 15 years. From the stilted mechanical cadence of Takashi's program Japanese, to the fragrant steam that wafts from each bowl, to the scalding tang of each delicious mouthful. The ordering and eating of noodles is but one of many shared human experiences. Or is it? I was struck by this very question as I sat at the counter of Power Noodles last Wednesday night, just after 5 p.m. enjoying a dinner I had so many times before. That's when I noticed our very own Mayor McDonough sidle up to a stool and engage in the very same ritual. Right hand extending, mouth opening, teeth chewing. Yes, eating noodles. The shared experience of almost every Diamond City resident. So it must have been also seemed to the residents of Diamond City nearly 60 years ago, on an uncharacteristically warm May evening in 2020-29, as they sat around this very same counter. But that was before the days of Takashi and his noodles, when the bar served not noodles but ice-cold Nuka-Colas, frothy beers and stiff shots of whiskey. The barman's name was Henry, and that night he facilitated the shared human experiences of drinking, smoking, talking and laughing. That is, until tragedy struck. There aren't many among us who are even old enough to remember that evening, although some of the city's ghoul residents certainly could have, had they not been forcibly removed, thanks to Mayor McDonough's anti-ghoul decree of 2020-82. But there is one person among us who does remember distinctly the event of that evening, the respected matriarch Eustace Hawthorne, who encountered her story in a public occurrences exclusive interview. Love the music, by the way. Oh, I was there all right, sitting right at the bar, sure as you're sitting in front of me now, 22 years old or so and just looking to have a good time. I was safe behind the wall, we all were, so what was the harm? And let me tell you that Mr. Carter made it easy. He came into town earlier that day, said he was from out west somewhere. It didn't really matter. What did matter was his smile and his laugh. And the way he'd make everyone feel at ease. That night at the bar, we all just sort of crowded around him. Everyone wanted to exchange a word or hear about the state of the Commonwealth. And Mr. Carter, he was all too happy to oblige. It was just so wonderful. Until it wasn't. Eustace continued her account of that evening and the moment when things turned sinister, and the truth about Mr. Carter was revealed. We'd been drinking and carrying on must have been 3 hours. Mr. Carter had 4 or 5 drinks in that time. He seemed a bit drunk, I guess like the rest of us. Then something just sort of happened. He was smiling, but the smile sort of went from his face, all in an instant, and then his cheeks started twitching, kind of funny. And I remember watching him clear as if it happened just yesterday. He reached inside his coat, took out a revolver, and then blam! He shot Henry, the barman, right in the head. Didn't hesitate, didn't show any emotion. Mr. Carter killed Henry as casually as if he were paying him for a drink. But his cheek never did stop twitching. Let me tell you, all hell broke loose after that. What Eustace is describing is, of course, the infamous event known as the Broken Mask, when the people of the Commonwealth learned for the first time that the Institute, the shadowy scientific organization responsible for the creation of combat androids, had actually succeeded in creating a model so advanced it could effortlessly infiltrate human society. Unbeknownst to the people of Diamond City, the Institute had somehow evolved their androids into true synthetic humans, synths. After he shot Henry, that Mr. Carter shot 3 or 4 other people too. Like I said, all hell broke loose. The guards came running, they opened fire, and Mr. Carter, he kept shooting and throwing people around left and right. Finally, those guards put him down. Seemed like they had killed a man who had flipped his lid. Gone crazy. And he lay there like a dead crazy man, sure enough. God, it was horrible. But then we saw the plastic and the metal. This was one of them early synths, you see, and we realized it wasn't a man at all. It was then, we all knew. The Institute wasn't just out there. The Institute was everywhere now, among us. It was never determined precisely why the synth known as Mr. Carter went on his killing spree. Some suggested he has somehow been remotely controlled by the Institute, who wanted to test his combat effectiveness. Still, others felt he had simply malfunctioned, a hypothesis supported by the twitching cheek, and was never meant to kill anyone. But at that time, the why hardly seemed important. What mattered was that the humans of the Commonwealth had been truly infiltrated by an organization whose intentions and motives were, and still are, a complete mystery, using a model of synths even less advanced than the ones the Institute has in service today. Which brings us to noodles, specifically the noodles consumed by Mayor McDonough last Wednesday night in the same spot that Mr. Carter, the synth, went haywire and mercilessly killed several people. After spending hours sharing an experience the people of Diamond City assumed was reserved for members of the human race, they were wrong. Are we? Wow, that was a rather interesting read, actually. Hey, Nat.
Hey, pal.
Free paper to newcomers. If the Institute grabs you in the night, at least we warned you.
Okay.
The Institute?
You ain't heard of the Institute, mister? They snatch people up in the night and no one hears from them again. It's all in the paper. Better read up before they grab you, too.
I just did read. Who's missing?
Who's gone missing?
Drifters, residents, stadium seat snobs. Seems every year or so, someone's gone. And we all know why. So you better be careful, newcomer. The Institute is out there. And they'll grab you too. Like I said, it's all in the paper.
I believe you.
I believe you. Thanks.
You're a real lost lamb in the wolf's den, mister.
Okay. The synthetic truth added. Oh, there's dirty water here. No, I'm not gonna take that. Oh, hey, are you doing okay, boy? Yes, you are. Alright. What's up here?
I thought a reporter could consider themselves a success until someone threatened their life. Me? I'm very successful.
What a cool place she has here. Well, I can just take it, I guess. This is a really cool place.
Well, there's a classic.
Bobby pin box. 4 bobby pins added. That's nice. So what do we have here? Article, the synthetic truth. Okay, we've seen that. Reader complaints file. Honor the wall. In your most recent edition, your paper failed to acknowledge in any way the contribution of the mighty wall in the defense of our town against last month's super mutant attacks. I find this extremely offensive and will not be purchasing another copy until such disrespect is publicly corrected. Published response. We honor the efforts of all those involved in the defense of our great city, from our valiant guards to the mighty wall. Dear Whack Job. Oh, this is the published response and this is her personal response. Dear Whack Job, 2 members of Diamond City Security died defending this town. Oh, that's it. For shame. Your paper is just trying to drum up fears about synths to increase sales. You should be ashamed of yourself. Thank you for your concern. Our paper makes significant efforts to ensure all our stories are accurate and free from editorializing. Personal response. Thank you for your concern. I hope you get snatched. Yeah, I like it. Wait. There was something else, wasn't there? Public Perspectives Archive. Per Amor. Dear public, I'm torn between two loves. On one hand, I have my profession. Every moment I spend with the young up-and-comers from whom my work brings such joy. On the other hand, I have my co-worker, wise, patient, debonair. Many suggest that I am not lively enough for him, but I can picture life with no other. I long to confess my feelings for him, but my life is my work. Trying to add my relationship, it would simply shortchange everyone. I must choose public, but who? Dear Père Amour. Dear Père, love is rare. 2, doubly so. Make it work, Père. You work in the same building for shucks' sake. She knew who it was, I guess. Oh yeah, but, I mean, obviously. They're not pretending to be someone else. Teen Troubles. Dear public, me and my little girl have been on our own for a long time now. She's the most important thing in my life, but lately it seems like she's not as interested in hanging out with her papa. I understand she's got to grow up someday, but I'm not ready to let her go. What do I do to make sure I don't lose my little girl? Dear Troubles, your girl's becoming her own person. Let her make decisions, screw up. Maybe throw some extra caps her way so she can take her friends out for noodles more often. Then, when she's ready, she'll come to you. What if she dies? Desperate in Diamond City. Dear public, I've been living in Diamond City for years now, but have never been able to land a girlfriend. I wear nice clothes and give them free drinks, but they just seem to think I'm some sort of creep. My boss says I've got a face only a mother could love, and I think he's right. I feel like I'm out of options, public. Should I take the plunge and change my face? Wait, they can change their face here? Jeez. Dear Desperate, ever try talking to these girls? You should give it a go. No more trying to buy your way to affection. You need to earn it. Sleepwalking the beat. I got this job, it pays the bills, but lately it's making it so I can't sleep at night. Things have been so tense. I'm getting worried that if something doesn't change, I might slip up and get myself or someone else hurt. Any advice? Dear Beat, sounds like you need to relax more. I know after a hard day solving other people's problems, I like to grab a Nuka-Cola, pull out a stack of comics, and read till I pass out. Give it a try. Alone in the upper stands. I could use a friend. Everyone in this town is either jealous of me or afraid of me because of how I look and who I work for. I'm not willing to compromise who I am just so people will like me more, but it just gets so lonely. But you seem like a smart gal, public. Any chance you want to grab a drink sometime? Dear Alone, going to have to take a rain check on that drink, but your instincts are good. New friends crop up in the most unlikely places. You just need to search them out. Well, anyway, that was an interesting read. We'll continue next time.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to lighten the load, or, you know, if you need anything proofread. Nothing stays hidden forever.
I'll see you all next time.
My say.
Bye-bye.